Hi, congratulations, graduating class. This is never an easy award to give because every year brings back our loss. But on behalf of my brothers and I, we are so grateful to be able to still honor our mom, who called home her adopted home. This year's recipient is Sydney Barry.
The Beatrice Sater K Scholarship was founded as a memorial to her memory by her husband, Milton K. Mrs. Sater K was disabled and overcame many severe physical challenges for a number of years to be happy and contribute to the community of Hull. All 4 of her children graduated from Hull High School. This scholarship is awarded to a good citizen who shows concern for the disabled. This year, there are 2 recipients of the Beatrice Sater K Memorial Scholarship. They are Caitlin Narda and Allison Tarnovian. To present this year's Beretti Condon Gray Scholarship, please join me in welcoming a member of the Hull High School Athletic Hall of Fame and tireless booster supporter, Mr. Peter Beretti.
Thank you, Mr. CEO. Thank you for doing all the hard work even for this kid of mine. And can't believe it's been 5 years since we started the scholarship and our children graduated from this school. We provide the scholarship to show our appreciation and gratification for the great education that our children receive. Thank you again. Our children graduated in 2010. We had 4 children graduate then. The 3 families did not like it. And 1 in 2013. 4 kids who graduated in 2010 and received their received their diplomas from Nichols College, UMass Dartmouth, UMass Amherst, and Clark University. The graduates in 2013 studying now at Bridgewater State. On behalf of Michelle Gray, Lisa Bernard, and my wife Sherry, this year's recipient is Cameron Hill.
This award is named for Catherine Cracciamiglio, who devoted 36 years to teaching in Hanover, Massachusetts, and exemplifies service above self in all facets of her life. Kathy is also a Hull resident and a valued member of the fantastic Hull Rotary Club. Kathy is a former colleague of Mr. Devine's, and he wanted it to be said that he has endless admiration for Kathy based on her career in education and for her resilient and positive spirit. To present the Catherine Cracciamiglio Scholarships, please welcome Ms. Catherine Cracciamiglio.
This is also from the fantastic Hull Rotary, and I'll congratulate all of you, and congratulate the recipients of this scholarship, Flavia Andre and Catherine Dunn.
3 years ago, the family of Charles G. Waterhouse established a scholarship in his name. Representing the family of Mr. Waterhouse, please welcome a very generous Hull High School benefactor, Mr. David Foley.
Try to be quick here. Thank you, Mr. Sebo, Superintendent Terrell, especially kudos to Mrs. Dalton and Fran, and all that high school staff who make it tonight possible. Thank you as well to the faculty at Hull High School. As evident by tonight's program, the faculty's hard work and dedication to their students of this school make all residents of this town proud. Finally, and most importantly, congratulations to all the graduating seniors for a job well done. I'm honored to be here with you as you celebrate your achievements over the past 4 years. As a new resident of the Hull and great nephew of Charlie Waterhouse, I'm pleased to be joining you tonight to present 2 scholarships in memory of my uncle Charlie Waterhouse. Just a few parents here tonight who are also alumni of Hull High School or Hull School Systems may remember Mr. Waterhouse. Charlie was the 3rd generation of the Waterhouse family when he was born at home in Hull Village on Valentine's Day in 1923. In fact, Charlie's grandpa Waterhouse had a general store right up the street from here, opposite where the Coast Guard station is today. Charlie entered Hull Village School and then went on to the combined Hingham Hull High School at that time, graduating, I think, around 1941. From there, he began his college education at Northeastern University, briefly interrupted by a thing called World War II. In 1944 and 45, Charlie enlisted in the Army Air Force. If anyone remembers Charlie, you try to imagine him flying an airplane in combat, that would bring a smile to your lips. In his latter years, I lovingly called him Mr. Magoo, because he just looked like Mr. Magoo in the comic strip. Fortunately for the Germans and Japanese, hostilities ended just as Charlie was graduating from high school. He came back and went back to Northeastern and then went on to get his, where he graduated. Charlie lived his entire 89 years in this great town. His career, 36 years in education, started in 1949 at the Memorial Middle School. I believe he taught 6. The love of Charlie's life was his wife Ruth, who was also a teacher in Boston Public Schools. She also worked with children in grades 1 and 2 with special needs. Having no children of their own, Charlie and Ruth's children were their classrooms. Their simple desire as educators was to help all children grow to their full potential, regardless of any advantages or disadvantages they had. Charlie was quoted upon retiring as saying, "Every youngster I've had in school was one of mine." So upon Charlie's passing in July 2011, I thought it fitting to share some of his legacy with the youth of this great town, Charlie loved so deeply. I'd like to congratulate recipients tonight for choosing to continue their education in college. This is something Charlie, as a lifelong educator, would be very happy to see and be proud of. I hope this scholarship, given to you in Charlie's memory, will make the challenging road ahead a little less daunting. Tonight's recipients are Doug Gittens and Aaron Lynn.
This year, the Struzzieri family is also awarding a scholarship to a senior who has shown dedication, perseverance, and leadership on our softball team. There is no question that this Lady Pirate has shown all three qualities over her 4 years, especially during the last 2 seasons. The Danielle E. Struzzieri Softball Leadership Scholarship is awarded to Kathleen Dunn. The David and Joseph Stone Memorial Scholarship is Hull High School's oldest scholarship. Each year, this award is presented to the class valedictorian. This year, the David and Joseph Stone Memorial Scholarship is awarded to the class of 2015 valedictorian, Thomas Sade. The Denise Dolan Memorial Award is named for Denise Dolan, who lived in Hull Village and died of cancer far too young, several years ago. Denise's daughter Riley and her neighborhood friends started Lemonade for Life and Cupcakes for a Cure to honor their mother's philosophy of pay it forward. In addition to the scholarship that this group presents each year, they also assist many families who suffer a loss due to cancer. On behalf of the Dolan family, I am pleased to present the Denise Dolan Memorial Award to Caitlin Schitz and Daniel Tramontana. The Hull Artist Studio Connection, a cooperative of over 50 artists based in Hull, sponsored this scholarship. The cooperative was established in 1997 with the guidance and support of Diana M. Chenard. The recipient of this year's Diana Chenard Art Scholarship is Allison Tarnovian. The Donna Linda M. Gately Memorial Scholarship is presented each year in the memory of Donna Linda Gately, a beloved art teacher at the Jacobs Elementary School. Mrs. Gately was a wonderful, talented person and teacher. She loved children and she loved art. After her untimely death, her colleagues at the Jacobs School established this scholarship in her name. This award is presented to a student who has achieved success in academics as well as in the arts. This year, the Donna Linda M. Gately Memorial Art Scholarship will be presented to Jack Morton and Michaela Sullivan. The Dory Sayville Memorial Scholarship was established in loving memory of Dory Sayville, a long-time and well-respected teacher at the Jacobs School. This scholarship is awarded to a high-achieving student who was an active participant in Hull High School's co-curricular program who is going to college to become a teacher. Congratulations to this year's Dory Sayville Memorial Scholarship recipient, Alexis Gardner. Some would say that it takes a brave person to put on a bathing suit and jump into the frigid Atlantic Ocean at the beginning of February. I can attest to that. Mr. Devine has tried to get me to do it for 6 years and it hasn't happened. Others would say that the person is not brave but foolhardy. Brave or foolhardy is up for debate. The generosity of the men and women that do this winter swim is certain. This year, the Drowned Hogs have again decided to award a scholarship to a deserving Hull High School graduate. It is my pleasure to welcome the Grand Poobah of the Drowned Hogs and a true leader in our community, Mr. Vinny Hart.
For those who don't know, the Drowned Hogs are a group of fools that jump in the ocean, usually in January. And we try to raise money. Most of the money for the last 20 years has been raised from Wellspring. 3 years ago, we decided to raise money and put some money towards athletics at Hull High School, and also to build a scholarship. And our plan is to continue that. The more people we get to go, the more money we raise, the more we can put towards athletics and grow the scholarship and maybe add scholarship. The big news is this year that Dr. Terrell has said if we raise that money, she will do it. So, if you're an underclassman, or if you're a parent, friend, or anything, please consider doing it. January 30th, 2016, we'll be doing it again. The basic premise behind it is do something foolish, do something cool, whatever you can. Do something for people that you don't know. So we're very, very proud this year to announce this year's winner is Connie Huddy.
Ernest Leonardi taught French at Hull High School during the 1970s. Mr. Leonardi is remembered as a phenomenal teacher who loved kids and was loved by the kids. The scholarship was established by his wife to be awarded to a student with a B or better average who also has a love for foreign languages. I am pleased to announce that the Ernest Leonardi Memorial Award will be presented to Haley Preston. The Francis J. Lyons Memorial Award is given in memory of the late Fire Chief Francis J. Lyons. Frank was a lifelong resident of Hull and started helping his dad at the Hull Police Station at the age of 10. After high school, he joined the Navy, then went on to serve the town of Hull in many capacities as a member of the fire department, including a time as its chief. Chief Lyons' family established a scholarship for a student who plans to continue his or her education to become a nurse or a paramedic. On behalf of the Lyons family, I am honored to present the Francis J. Lyons Memorial Award to Christopher Geary. The Gervais Long Haley Nursing Scholarship was set up to honor the memory of a wonderful woman who had a passion for nursing and caring for others. Gervais spent her childhood years summering in Hull and then went on to meet and marry her husband, Eddie. They settled in Hull and raised their 4 children here. Although they have all moved out of town, Hull will always be home. The Haley family is honored to offer this annual scholarship to a deserving Hull High School graduate who will be pursuing a nursing degree in college. To present this scholarship, please join me in welcoming Mr. Edward Haley.
It's a great pleasure to be here tonight. This is what my wife wanted. She was a nurse for many years. And, I'd like to award this scholarship this evening to Mark Keith.
The Reuben and Lizzie Grossman Family Award was established more than 50 years ago by the children of Ruby and Lizzie Grossman. This award recognizes two students for their outstanding involvement, leadership, and service to others. This year's Reuben and Lizzie Grossman Awards are presented to Thomas Sade and Sydney Boskern. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Boosters President Greg Ray to the stage to present the Hull High School Boosters Awards.
Congratulations, everybody. Each year, Hull Boosters gives out 3 scholarships to students who maintain at least a 2.8 GPA and participate in 2 activities each of their 4 years, and are always there to help when called upon. The scholarships are named for 3 men who have impacted the lives of so many kids in our community in such a positive way. Joe Menace, Charlie Feast, Joe Sullivan have been and will always be role models that we all can look up to and strive to be just like them. Of all these students will each be receiving a $500 scholarship from the Hull Boosters Club. Grace Ryan, Morgan Weaver, and Kathleen Bennett.
Each year, the Hull Firefighters Local 1657 awards scholarships to a student who plans to further their education and pursue a career as firefighter, EMT, paramedic, or nurse. This year, the scholarship is given in memory of the late firefighter Ray Thomas. It gives me great pleasure to present this year's Hull Firefighters Local 1657 scholarship to, I'm sorry. Help me welcoming the presenters of the Hull Firefighters Local 1657 Scholarship, Mr. Terry Resnick.
Good evening. Also with us is Deputy Thomas, who is Ray's nephew. So as was just said, Ray served over 30 years in the town of Hull, recently just passed away. So it's our privilege this year to give 2 scholarships in his memory. The first one is to Rebecca Clark. And the second one is to Kelsey Brunton. Thank you.
The Hull Garden Club is again presenting scholarships to a graduating senior who's planning on attending a 4-year college in a science-related field. This year's Hull Garden Club scholarship is awarded to Katie Halverson. Please welcome to the stage our outstanding music teacher and band director, Mr. Ian Barton, to present Hull High School Music Awards.
Short. Before I announce the recipients of the Hull Music Awards, I just would like to give a quick backstory. 3 years ago, when I was hired to be the high school band director and music teacher, I came with a vision of what to do and what to expect from the students. And I was hoping to have a great crew of open-minded young musicians that just wanted to strive for excellence in music. And the following recipients have done nothing less than that. So I just want to thank them for helping to reestablish the high school music program, as well as bringing it back to our community. So here we go. These are the recipients of the 2015 Music Scholarships. Patrick Condon. Matthew Menace. Colleen Hurley. Noah Smith. Aaron Steen. And Quinn Whaley.
This year saw the end of an era at Hull High School. After more than 43 years, Mr. Joseph Donegar retired from his position as Theater Arts Director. Joe is more than a director. He directs, he sings, he dances, he teaches. He finds more bargains than anyone I know. He spends more time in Mr. Devine's office than anyone but me. For many years, Hull High School Theater Arts has been, other than his family and his faith, the most important thing in his life. To present the Hull High School Theater Arts Scholarships, please welcome Mr. Joseph Donegar.
Before I present the scholarships, I do want to congratulate all the members of the class of 2015. You look a lot different than when I first remember you when you started at the Jacobs School, and I greeted you on those first days dressed as either the Cat in the Hat or Clifford the Big Red Dog. I promised the senior that I would reveal something about Clifford the Big Red Dog tonight. This person came to my office several months ago and said, "Can you please just tell me once and for all, were you Clifford the Red Dog? We were never sure." I was part-time Clifford the Red Dog because you were such a bright class, you figured it out. So whenever you said, "I think it's Mr. Donegar," I went to the vice principal's office, we changed costumes, and I led him around to wherever you had just been to completely confuse you. And we did a great job and kept the secret for many, many years. Congratulations and best wishes. When I became director of theater arts many years ago, one of the things that I wanted to do was make certain that the theater pirates were also had the opportunity to have scholarships. So we always ran certain fundraisers and put money away so that we would be able to give scholarships to deserving seniors. It required involvement their senior year, and they had to fill out an application. This application was reviewed by a committee, and thus we come up with tonight's recipients. The first recipient, Colleen Hurley. Olivia Larson. Morgan Mo Lieber. Matthew Menace. Matthew Randall Mullen. Allie Rosenbaum. Tommy Sage. And Ellen Steen. Thank you all.
This year, the Hull Lions Club scholarships are presented to 3 students who intend to continue their education and who have demonstrated character, academic scholarship, and leadership. I can assure you that these 3 have done so and have made our school a better place with their presence. To present this year's Hull Lions Scholarship, please welcome Dr. John Silva.
Congratulations, class of 2015. The Hull Lions Club does a lot of charitable work throughout the community. And most of you know this is raising money for eye research, diabetes research, things like that. We do an awful lot of community involvement. And in raising money, for instance, let me give you an example. You see a little bottles and cans collection boxes around town. In the last 12 years, those nickel bottles and cans, the Lions Club has raised $86,000. That's a lot to say one more thing. The recipients of this award, I want to extend now, and I will get in the mail to the parents. The recipients of this award are invited to a Lions Club dinner on the 22nd of this month at the Itasca Beach Resort. You are to come and bring 2 guests, and it's on the Lions Club. If you bring anybody more, anybody else, raise the money. At this time, I'd like to present the recipients of the Lions Club. The first recipient, John Finn. Second recipient, Madeline McNamara. And I might as well call her twin up at the same time, Molly McNamara. On behalf of the Lions Club, I want to thank all of you. I want to thank the students. I want to thank the administrative staff of the Hull Public Schools, specifically Hull High School. Thank you.
Please help me welcoming back to the podium Mr. Vinnie Hart to present the annual Hull Nantasket Chamber of Commerce Scholarship.
The whole chamber award goes to Scott
It is a privilege and an honor to be here tonight representing the teachers of Hull. It's wonderful to see all the students here ready to venture off to the next step, adulthood. Remember to always inquire, listen, learn, and most importantly, be on time for it all. Congratulations to everyone. The recipients this year are Katie Homerson, Kathy Menace, and Michael O'Connell Jr.
Hull United Youth Soccer has again decided to recognize 3 of its former players with scholarships this year. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Kathy Dunn to present the Hull United Youth Soccer Scholarship Awards.
I'm honored to present scholarships to 3 seniors who have been great role models to the young people of our community playing soccer, as they've demonstrated teamwork, good sportsmanship, and the value of always trying your best. I'm pleased to present the awards to Erin Lanner, Kathleen Dunn, and Katie Alderson.
Each year, Hull Youth Basketball presents 2 scholarships. The winners of this year's Hull Youth Basketball scholarships are Teresa Del Judas and John Mahoney. Each year, Hull Youth Football presents the Paul Mitchell Memorial Awards. This year's recipients of the Hull Youth Football scholarships are Leah Dennett, Ian McDonald, and Alexis Gardner. The next scholarship is in honor of the late Michael Schaefer and is presented to either a male or female member of the Hull High School lacrosse team. Coach Schaefer was a founding member of the Hull Youth Lacrosse program. His enthusiasm for the game, along with his ability to connect with kids, helped lay the groundwork for today's high school program. Mike exemplifies the spirit of giving back and the love of lacrosse on which the Hull Youth program is based. This year's Hull Youth Lacrosse Michael A. Schaefer scholarships are awarded to Shay Jones and Morgan Lieber. Each year, the family and friends of Isidore Rosenblum and Edith Minovitz honor their memory with a scholarship for a Hull High School student who has contributed to local affairs and has served fellow students. This year's Isidore Rosenblum and Edith Minovitz Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Brendan Holden. The O'Brien family has offered great support to Hull High School for a very long time. Over the years, they have given tens of thousands of dollars in scholarships and have provided employment and mentoring to so many of our students. This year, Jim O'Brien is awarding a scholarship to a Jake's employee, who in Jimmy's words is a terrific employee who always works with purpose, shows respect for all members of the Jake's team, and to all Jake's patrons. Jimmy wishes he could be here tonight, but is unable due to family commitments. He has asked that I present this year's Jake Scholarship to Matthew Frost. Jason Mazio Memorial Award. To present this year's Jason Mazio Memorial Award, please join me in welcoming longtime Hull High School supporter, Mr. Bill Mazio.
Good evening. My name is Bill Mazio. I'm the father of Jason. He got killed back in '97 in Half Rush. We've been doing this memorial scholarship. I used to hold a basketball tournament every year, a 3-on-3. And from '97, we've been giving Hull High School scholarships out of it. I just want to say congratulations to all the seniors, you know, that's going into college and everything. And just like I told my students, I say if you put 100% into it, you can hold your head up high, and you shouldn't be ashamed. If you put less than 100%, then you say to yourself, you know, could I have, you know, did that. So I hope all the graduates that enter in college and the ones that are not, the next years of your life is going to be your future. So I invite you, you know, make your families proud, put 100% into, you know, everything that you do, and then you can hold your head up high. So, further ado, I'm going to give up the scholarship to Haley Preston.
Upon his retirement, Joe Doniger's family established a scholarship in his name. To present the first Joseph Doniger Scholarship, please welcome back to the stage, which by the way is in the theater that bears his name. That was Mr. Doniger, wasn't he? Mr. Joe Doniger.
I've been very blessed in my lifetime to work for the Hull School Department for so many, many years, and to be honored with them naming this auditorium for me while I was still alive. Doesn't happen to a lot of people. upon my retirement, my family decided that they wanted to honor my beliefs in theater by establishing a scholarship. So through donations of family and friends, it was decided that we would present an annual scholarship. This scholarship was to be given to someone based upon their involvement, dedication, leadership, and being a team player. In other years, it would be decided that there would be an application process for this. However, since I have been here many, many hours, many, many days, it was decided that I would pick this year's recipient with input from my family. And both of my daughters called and said the same person. My wife said to me one night, I think you should give it to so-and-so. The person who's receiving this scholarship did not become a theater kid immediately in home. He actually waited a few years before he became involved. And his original plan was, according to his science teacher, he was going to help out backstage. And then we needed somebody in a dance. And then we needed somebody to have one line. And from that, he went on to become one of our most dedicated theater participants in my career theater. He graced our stage in so many, many roles, but his dedication to the program, when everybody else had to leave, he felt he had to stay to make sure what needed to be done got done for the betterment of the program. Again, he graced our stage as Shrek, Mr. Banks, and many other characters. Matt Mullins.
Thank you, Mr. Donner. Kellyanne Resnick was a member of the Hull High School class of 1996. She is remembered as a wonderful and kind young woman who was an excellent student and beloved by her teachers and classmates. Kellyanne Resnick died suddenly, and her family keeps her memory and spirit alive with the Kellyanne Resnick Memorial Scholarship. This award is presented to the student ranked number 5 in the graduating class. This year, the Kellyanne Resnick Memorial Scholarship is presented to Matthew Stanley. This year, the family of the late Kenneth Cowan has established a scholarship in his memory. Mr. Cowan was a World War II veteran and a 30-year veteran of the Hull Police Force, retiring in 1979. A sergeant, and after spending several years as a prosecutor in the Hingham District Court. After retiring from the police force, he became a school bus driver and was best known as Mr. C for the next 15 years. He loved driving girls' sports buses and was famous for handing out lollipops when the team won their game. Driving, quote-unquote, his girls were the happiest years of his life, according to his family. Most importantly, he and his wife raised 3 kids, all of whom went through the Hull Public Schools, and Mr. and Mrs. Cowan were so proud to see them graduate from college. He would be honored today to know that he has in some way helped Hull High School graduates go to college. Mr. Cowan's children have asked that we award this scholarship to a student who has been an active participant in either field hockey or softball, someone who is a hard worker, and someone who will be attending state school this fall. It is my pleasure to present the Kenneth Cowan Memorial Scholarship to Kathleen Dunn. The Lawrence Stone Paragon Park Award is given to memorialize the years of joy and wonderment provided to the residents of Hull by Paragon Park. Mr. Stone was the owner of the park until it closed in the mid-1980s. This award is given to the graduating senior who best exemplifies the golden rule, do unto others as you would have done unto you. This year's Lawrence Stone Paragon Park Award is presented to Alexa Perez. The Lieber Charity Golf Tournament fundraiser, which raised $10,000 to support the Hull Scholarship Fund, has made it possible for a Hull High School student to receive a $2,000 scholarship for 5 consecutive years. This year is the second of those 5 awards. And the recipient, I'd like to call to the podium Mr. Jim Allegrandi to present the award.
I've never been late for anything. Thank you. Congratulations to the class. I just briefly want to tell you what the Lieber Tierney Golf Classic is. My 2 best friends passed away unexpectedly 6 years ago. And for me to keep them in my mind, I wanted to kind of celebrate their life on a yearly basis at a certain time, and to give back something to the town. So we're in our 6th year, and we've given out over $50,000 to everything that's in Hull. Just about everybody that came up here, Joey Doniger, the Greg Gray back there, lots of people. This year we're going to present a donation to Wellspring. These funds come from lots of people. It's not coming out of my pockets, it's coming out of all Hull people, a lot of South Shore people, firemen, policemen, plumbers, carpenters, teachers. Joey Doniger was at the dinner last year, presented some money for him. And it's a great thing. You can't believe the turnout that we get for these 2 fellows, Blaze Lieber and Donald Tierney, who are very dear to me, and their families have all gone through high school here. They've been in the plays, and one girl's graduating from Harvard this year, Lauren Tierney. So at any rate, this year's recipient of the Lieber Tierney Golf Classic is Morgan Lieber.
Madame Mary Lou Galuzzo retired several years ago, but her fingerprints can still be found all over the programming and offerings here at Hull High School. Mary Lou was an inspirational teacher who impacted generations of Hull High School students. I was honored to call her a colleague and still honored to call her a friend. Mary Lou regrets not being here this evening, but has asked me to present her award. The winner of this year's Mary Lou Galuzzo Award is Haley Preston. The children of Robert F. Galuzzo have chosen to present a memorial scholarship in his name. Mr. Galuzzo was a longtime resident of Hull and very proud of his service as a U.S. Marine in Vietnam. His children have asked that this scholarship be presented to a student who will serve in the military after graduation. It gives me great pleasure to present the Robert F. Galuzzo Memorial Scholarship to a young man who will leave Hull to become a member of the United States Navy, James Kavanaugh.
Good job, James.
To present the Michael Schaefer Scholarship Fund Award, please welcome back to the stage our good friend, Mr. Greg Grant.
One correction, Mr. Albrandi gave it to boosters, not me, but thank you very much. On January 30th, 2014, we lost the best friend, coach, volunteer, and father of 4 incredible children. I, along with my wife and kids, were fortunate to spend many years together with the Schaefer family and got to witness firsthand all of the great things that Mike had done for the children in our community. While Mike's kids were growing up and decided to play sports, he jumped right in and began to help out any way he could. He was involved in and had many roles in t-ball, soccer, basketball, lacrosse, summer hoops, and his passion all youth football. He poured every ounce of effort he had into what he was doing as a coach and had an ability to get the absolute best out of each child on the team, along with teaching them the skills they needed and instilled Hull pride in each kid he coached. As a volunteer, he was there each and every time he could be there and helped out many things around town. There were just too many to mention. The impact he had on the children of Hull is remarkable and should never be forgotten. And that is why we have created the Mike Schaefer Scholarship, to honor him for all that he has done and to award a deserving child a scholarship. I'm so very honored and filled with great pride to announce this year's choice. I've been so lucky to watch this individual grow up in his entire life. I'm so very proud of the young man he's become today, Shay Jones.
To present the scholarships awarded each year in his father's memory, please welcome back to the stage Mr. Joe Powers.
Something just occurred to me just now. The thing about this town is that it's an honor to have my father's scholarship be presented right after Mike Schaefer's. They coached football for years and years and years together, and I just think it says a lot about this town that we can memorialize people for all their hard work that they've done. So that's a huge honor to see them together again. This is the 5th year we've done this scholarship. To honor my father, Michael Powers, who passed away from multiple myeloma. So many people in this town had him as a football coach, basketball coach, baseball coach. Great guy, funny guy, just all around lovable, hardworking, and did a lot for the town. And I know this is what he wants to see this legacy carry on. The first recipient was involved with putting up a plaque on the Thanksgiving Day game football, the game you play, football game. That was huge just to see his face posted up there and the memory to still be alive on the football field. So the first recipient is Morgan Weaver. Something that a lot of people really admire about my father was his hard work to pretty much everything. When I was working a second job waiting tables in the fall, I had the pleasure of working with this young man, and we shared a lot of laughs together, but I saw so much talent and potential, but what I really noticed is the hard work. So between the perfect attendance while still holding down a job, I just saw this kid as just an awesome, great hard worker, and that's Flavio Longa.
The Nantasket Fellowship Society is a group of men who grew up in Hull and who enjoy spending time with each other, remembering fondly what it was like to grow up in Hull in a much simpler time. They had asked that we award their scholarship to a person of goodwill. They also wish the recipient of this award great success and fulfillment in whatever endeavor they choose. It makes me smile to present the Nantasket Fellowship Society Scholarship to Emily Williamson. Nicholas Meliones was a World War II Army veteran who came home after the war and became a dedicated and talented educator. After teaching in New Hampshire and in Hingham, Mr. Meliones was part of the Hull Public Schools family for many years, serving as a teacher and assistant principal here at Hull High School. He must have been a great man. He ended his career in education in 1982 when he retired as the assistant superintendent of the Hull Public Schools. Mr. Meliones passed away in 2011, and his family has asked us to present 2 scholarships in his name to students who have made Hull High School a better place by their involvement and school spirit. I am pleased to present the Nicholas Meliones Memorial Scholarship to 2 young women who demonstrate their pirate pride every single day. They are Kelsey Hill and Hannah London. Each year, the Old Colony Youth Cheerleading Association presents scholarships to graduating seniors in our area who have been cheerleaders as children, in high school, or both. This year's recipient of this scholarship has been one of Hull High School's loudest cheerleaders, not by using her voice, but through her actions as a scholar and as a student leader. I'm so happy to present this year's Old Colony Youth Cheerleading Association Scholarship to the president of the class of 2015, Alexis Gardner. Pauline and Edgar Cook were the grandparents of Principal Michael Devine. Although Mr. Devine could not join us this evening, it was immensely important to him that I read his remarks. 3 years ago, my family and I established a scholarship in the name of my grandparents, Pauline and Edgar Cook. Grandma Cook was an amazing lady. She dropped out of school at 15 when she became pregnant with her first child. Grandpa Cook dropped out of school when he was 12 to work on his family's farm in Scituate, and served with distinction in the Army Air Corps in Italy, France, and Germany during World War II. I spent a great deal of time with my grandfather. He's often described as an Archie Bunker type of man. He was a tough man, a construction worker with some pretty dated ideas about many things, who always wore boots, wore pants, and a flannel shirt. My grandmother always worked several jobs, from caring for children and pets, to cleaning houses, to working at convenience stores. Together, they had 9 children and stressed to each of them the importance of family, faith in God, and education. Despite financial hardships, both my grandparents did whatever they could do to ensure that each of their children graduated from high school. My grandfather died when I was in college, but I will never forget the look of pride on my grandmother's face when she said to me when I graduated from Boston College, "I am so proud of you. You are the first cook to ever graduate from college." Since then, 10 more of her grandchildren have earned college degrees. My grandparents lived in Hull for 10 years in the 1940s and 50s. In fact, my grandfather walked to Daly and Walters every day from D Street. They would often talk about how much they loved this town. And whenever a good storm blew in, they could be found in the beach parking lot watching the waves crash against the seawall. Each year, the Cook and Devine families award a scholarship in Mother and Father Cook's name to the student who we believe best exemplifies what my grandparents dreamed for their grandchildren. Someone who loves their family, always works hard, values education, and who will beat the odds to earn a college degree. It is my honor to present my grandparents' scholarship, Mr. Devine's grandparents' scholarship, to someone he respects and admires, and someone he is so glad joined our school community 3 years ago. Congratulations, Pedro Ramos. The Rose Stone Memorial Scholarship is awarded each year to an unsung hero. This year's recipient is recognized by his classmates as a leader, is well respected by his teachers, and is just a wonderful young man. I am thrilled to award this year's Rose Stone Memorial Scholarship to Richard Bender. Each year, students who serve on the Hull High School Student Advisory Committee present 2 scholarships to graduating seniors. This scholarship is the only scholarship that we award where the recipients are completely chosen by current Hull High School students. Graduating seniors need to apply for the scholarship, and the elected student representatives chose the recipients based upon leadership, involvement, character, and the student's willingness to make positive choices outside of the school day. This year, students have decided that the annual Student Advisory Trust Scholarship should be presented to Colleen Hurley and Alexa Perez. This year, for the first time, Mr. Max Horn has established a scholarship which seeks to recognize a Hull High School senior who promotes the merits of sustainable living within our community. Never has a class had a better representative to match a given award. Tonight's recipient is a founding member of our school's green team. He has led our school's new composting and recycling initiative. The first recipient of the Hull High School Sustainability Award is Mark Apatino. The Treston O'Hare Memorial Scholarship is traditionally presented each year by either Treston's mother, Mrs. Mary Ann Sullivan, or by Mr. Wally Walker. Unfortunately, neither one could attend this year's ceremony, but I ask that I say a few kind words about tonight's very worthy recipient. The student who is receiving this year's Treston O'Hare Memorial Scholarship is one of the most passionate and strong-minded students I've had the pleasure to work with. He has a strong sense of justice, and he steps forward when he feels someone has been wronged or they've been mistreated. He has truly found his voice during his time at Hull High School, and we are extremely proud of him. This year's winner of the Treston O'Hare Memorial Scholarship is Justin Ching. We are honored to be awarding the Paul Sheehan Memorial Scholarships again this year. Please join me in welcoming a wonderful supporter and friend of Hull High School, traveling all the way from New Mexico to be with us tonight, Mrs. Joan Sheehan.
So good to be back here at Hull again and to be able to present 6 wonderful Hull High School students with their awards. They've overcome great challenges, and I know that Paul, if you were around, would be very pleased and proud of them. You know, and it's so nice too to know that so many parents that Paul might have taught once upon a time are here, and perhaps even now the grandparents. So we're really getting up there in age. But at any rate, this year's recipients of the Paul Sheehan Scholarship are Rebecca Clappy, Spencer Gamble, John Mahoney. Pedro Ramos. Michaela Sullivan. And Emily Williamson.
Thank you, Mrs. Sheehan, for coming all this way. Each year, the children of Wallace and Eleanor Richardson honor the memory of their parents by awarding a scholarship in their name. Mr. and Mrs. Richardson believe that a good education is one short path to success in life. This is awarded to a graduate who is above average and who has contributed to the community. I'm so pleased to present tonight's last scholarship, the Wallace and Eleanor Richardson Scholarship, to Matthew Mullen. We want to just give one more round of applause to every donor, to every presenter, and to all our graduates from the class of 2000. We want to remind everyone that sharp on Finlayson Field, and we hope that you'll all be there to join us. This is the best turnout that we've had. I don't have a head count, but I can tell you this is the best turnout that we've had for this event. We thank you all for your support and being here to support the class of 2015. We do have a few light refreshments that are available in the hallway just to your left as you exit. It's a great time for our donors and presenters to meet some of the award winners. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Congratulations to you all.
I'm cute. Did you practice
Get some quick pictures. Did you guys have a great time?
What day is the show? DVD on the, how was it? So how's your, what's it called? The tall one? The big tall one? Really? I know you do a great job directing it. People are basically nice on pictures. Oh, no, are you the new Mr. Jonathan?
What?
Are you the new Mr. Jonathan? I heard you found out. I was talking to Michelle Crown. She was saying, I found out that no one had any idea what she does.
It's not where people are just walking there and laughing.
Yeah.
You guys coming down to see it? I knew it was that.